One of the primary causes of the decline in children's well-being in our culture is paternal absence, which also serves as a catalyst for many of the most urgent social issues. In spite of this, the problem of absent fathers is frequently disregarded or even rejected. Blankenhorn, David families serve as miniature representations of society. While dysfunctional families tend to drive society toward collapse, strong and secure families foster social well-being. The family structure has never been so disjointed in history. A growing percentage of kids are growing up without their fathers. In this video, we'll examine how paternal absence directly impacts children and poses a threat to society, drawing on the work of American sociologist David Popenoy and Carl Jung. Naturally, we will also discuss potential solutions to address this issue. We can conclude from a number of pieces of data that one of the most common types of child abuse that occurs today is the absence of a father, whether it be in terms of physical, financial, or emotional abuse. Mothers are left to care for their children alone as fathers are vanishing from family life. Furthermore, despite their essential role, mothers are unable to completely compensate for the absence of a father. Carl Jung discussed the significance of maintaining a good balance between maternal and father figures for psychological growth. He asserted that a youngster learns from an adult's actions rather than their words. To put it another way, a father's physical presence is essential to a child's development, as is his role as an example of behavior and character. Nowadays, over 50% of marriages end in divorce, and about 40% of children are born to single moms. The mother often retains custody of the children in these situations. Many fathers are not emotionally involved with their children, even in households where the father is physically present. Some fathers have a smartphone addiction, while others have a drug or alcohol addiction. In order to provide for their families, some people must work long hours or many jobs. Paternal absence, whether through mental or physical absence, has increased to concerning levels. In actuality, a mother cannot fully fill this gap on her own. This is because parenting techniques differ, but complement each other due to biological variations between men and women. Men are more aggressive, competitive, and self-sufficient, whereas women are typically more caring and relationship-oriented. Mothers provide a secure and caring atmosphere, whereas fathers push their kids' limits and encourage their independence. A child must experience both the maternal and paternal worlds in order to develop emotionally. Carl Jung emphasized this contradiction. For life to work, there must be both conflict and togetherness. Stated differently, balanced psychological growth requires both the challenge of the father and the security of the mother. According to Popenoy, the father's presence is special and important because of the fundamentally diverse roles that each gender plays in raising children. Regretfully, stepfathers are frequently not the answer. Children of stepfathers may experience even greater challenges than children of single mothers, according to research. Because of their lack of biological ties, some stepfathers fail to devote the time and effort required to these kids' growth. Research indicates that children raised without a father figure are more likely to experience behavioral, emotional, and health issues. They may struggle more in social situations and have a lower chance of academic success. Boys are more prone to commit crimes, while girls without a father are more likely to become unmarried young moms. The bond between parents and children deteriorates following a divorce as well. Only 10% of children continue to communicate with their parents on a weekly basis after a few years of divorce, according to studies by Andrew Cherling and Frank Furstenberg. Even when contact does occur, it is frequently brief and of little benefit to the youngster. Traditionally, society has bonded dads and mothers, and of course, children, through marriage. Popenoy notes that social penalties have been established in every prosperous civilization to incentivize males to fulfill their paternal responsibilities. And for a very long time, the best of these incentives was marriage. When considering the institutions that mold people, Carl Jung stated that the biggest issue facing humanity is not with the organizations themselves, but rather with the human heart. This supports the notion that marriage serves as an emotional and moral commitment for the benefit of future generations, in addition to its structural role. Marriage was seen as a sacred pact that could only be broken in dire circumstances until the middle of the 20th century. However, the value of marriage has declined with time. One of the main causes of this fall was the sexual revolution that started in the 1960s. Promiscuity was institutionalized under the pretense of sexual liberation, and many men started to favor non-committal relationships above becoming wives and fathers. Reviving the significance of marriage and realizing that it was established primarily for the benefit of children is essential to addressing the problem of paternal absence. Fathers' involvement is advantageous to both the men and the children. Men can channel their energies in a constructive manner through family life, which fosters characteristics like discipline, honesty, and sacrifice. According to psychologist Angus Campbell, men who remain married and have grown children are the happiest and most contented. Conversely, males who are divorced and childless are the least happy. In his research on relationships and personal growth, Jung noted that nothing has a greater psychological impact on a community, particularly on children, than the parents' unlived lives. Therefore, a father's absence or insufficient presence has a profound impact on a child's emotional development. Ultimately, there is no denying it. Children and, consequently, society are greatly impacted when a father is absent. Furthermore, as Popenoy concludes, moral and social well-being depend on robust families with dads present. We are on the verge of societal catastrophe if we keep going in this fatherlessness direction. Every father, after all, has an impact,